What up, everyone? Mr. Florida back with you today. I'm in the garage, as you can see. I'm doing a little unboxing video and a review of the Westinghouse 13,500 peak watt tri-fuel generator I got. When you live in Florida, you gotta have a generator or two or three. I got this one and I got another one, but I got this one to pretty much run the whole house. You have to get a soft start for the heat pump in order for this to work. I'll explain that in a little bit. It's just, you just can't plug it into the side of your house with your inlet plug and think your air conditioning is going to run. The heat pump's not going to work. The LRA is way too high even for this generator. So anyway, I bought the dual fuel generator, but they upgraded it to the tri-fuel generator. I don't know if I'm ever going to run this thing on propane or natural gas. I live out in the middle of nowhere. I don't think I'm going to get any natural gas anytime soon. But let's dive in and see what's in the box. Wow, look at the size of this thing. Got the owner's manuals. And as far as, there's one thing you have to be careful. Let's see if they got it in here. This generator probably comes bonded. Yeah, right there, disconnected the bonded neutral. This comes already set for the bonded neutral, meaning the neutral wire is bonded to the housing, which you need when you use this as like a standalone if you want to plug it in outside somewhere. But once you plug it into your inlet in the side of the house that runs into the main service panel like I got, the main service panel is already bonded, so you don't need this wire. So when I take this apart, I got to disconnect this wire. But that's a whole nother video, and I suggest you read up on it or consult an electrician if you don't know what I'm talking about, if you're just buying one of these. But do your research, and you got to check out the bonded neutral on the generator you're running. You don't want two neutrals bonded on the same electricity system. But anyway, a whole bunch of owner's manuals. .5 gallon fuel tank, and I definitely, it says 87 minimum octane. I definitely suggest you use non-ethanol fuel gas if you can get it. I can get it around here. So look at this front of this bad boy. Got battery start. Oil has been drained for shipping, so there's no oil in it. Here's a little regulator for the natural gas. That's where the natural gas goes, or the propane. So let's see what we got. Natural gas. Oh, this is pretty cool. Fuel shut off. Got the gasoline mode, propane, and natural gas. And I think this has a remote starter too. I gotta look in the box. On off. Got that. And it's even got a carbon monoxide auto shut off. Here's the start switch. DC system floating. Oh, this is pretty cool. What's these USB ports? It looks like. What's this? Smart switch ready. I don't know what that's for. And then here's if you want to neutral bonded to frame. So I think the neutral wire is bonded to this. We'll have to look into that. And here's the 50 amp plug. There's a 30 amp plug. And then here's 220 amp. There's a 20 amp GFCI receptacle. And there's another 20 amp GFCI receptacle. So it's 13,500 peak watts, 10,500 running watts. Which I think I gotta figure out the amperage on this. But you gotta look at the LRA. It's called LRA on your compressor or heat pump or whatever you have outside for your HVAC system. You gotta look what the LRA is. I think this will only work an LRA, I forget what this does, up to like 38 LRA. Most LRAs are 80 to 100 for like a 2.5 ton to 3.5 ton heat pump. Well, heat pumps in Florida anyway. Elsewhere in the country, you probably have a compressor for the air conditioning. And there's the take a tour around here. Oh, they give you a hose. Come on. There we go. Oh, they give you a hose for the natural gas. So there's the exhaust. And obviously if you're using this, you want to point the exhaust outside and far away from the house. Take generator outside. Disconnected and modifying the CO2 will make the generator inoperable. Here's the remote. This is pretty cool. It's got a remote and kind of pull. I remember the days of pulling these things, trying to get them to start. There's the fuel cutoff, and I'm assuming it comes with a wheel set, which is probably in this box, this way up. Wow, look at these wheels. The size of them things. Almost as big as my bikes. Almost as big as my fat bike. Look, bigger than the fat bike. Alright, so here's the, here's some motor oil. There's the feet. And there's another. So this is probably for natural gas, I would assume. No, this is for the propane. So they give you this one for the propane. There's the connector. Where are you connected to? Let's see. I don't know. I got to read up on it. So they give you two hoses. This one is probably for the. Now I'm curious. Obviously, I got to read the instructions. Yeah, this is the propane. There's the regulator for the propane. See it for outdoor LP gas. So this is for the propane. So there's a hose for the propane hookup, and that's for the hose for the natural gas. So that's basically it. what comes with the whole kit. So once I have this together, I'm gonna fire it up and hook it to my house and see what happens. But that's a whole nother video. But if this has, alright, so here's another, just giving you some video of the generator with the wheels on. I got the wheels on, I got the little feet on in the front, and the oil is not added. The oil's not in the generator, you got to add it, but they do give you the exact amount that you need, and they give you a funnel, so they do give the exact amount. Make sure you put the oil in the generator before you use it. And you also got to connect, see this connection right here? You got to connect the battery before you run it. So I'm going to put the oil in, connect the battery, fire it up, put some gas in it, and get it going. So in the box with the generator, they give you a nice user manual, which explains, I went through it real quick, but it explains everything you need to do. So they go into pretty good detail. There's the two hoses, what they give you. Explains the CO2, the CO sensor, the trickle charger, how to connect the battery, how to put the wheels on, how to put the oil in it, check the dipstick, and how to connect it to propane and fill it with gas. So in addition to that, they're going to give you a free generator cover. All you have to do is give them a review and they'll send you the cover supposedly. I'll get to that in a second. But in addition to that, they give you a nice maintenance guide, which tells you all the specifications, which I like. Most things you buy don't do that. So it's pretty self-explanatory. Then they give you a product registration card. Tells you where you find your serial number on your generator. Mine is over here, right here. So once I scan that, once you scan that barcode on your cell phone, a page will come up, and for product registration, when you get the generator, if you do buy it, which I highly recommend, when you get the generator, scan this barcode on the side of your generator, fill out the warranty registration at the end, leave them a review, and they're going to send you a bonus free cover for your generator, which is pretty good. So pretty simple. This way your product is registered and you're going to get a free cover. A couple additional things. So it does come with a trickle charger, which is right here. This plugs into this port right here. The generator will charge the battery after like 30 to 60 minutes. But if you're not going to use it for, a few months and you can't start it, you plug this trickle charger into this charging port and it keeps the battery charged. This is a little indicator light. When it's red, that means the battery's needs a charge, and when it's green, that means the battery's charged, and you could disconnect this. But according to the instructions, which I just briefly read, I didn't read all of them, you can leave this trickle charger plugged into this and keep the battery fresh. This turns the battery on and off. This is the start, and this is the different fuels. I got a tri-fuel, and it does come with the two wrenches to put the legs on, and this one gives you this as well. And this is where you put the oil in. Make sure you fill it up with the oil that they gave you. And this is an oil filter right here. So when you change the oil, you take this out and you clean the oil filter, which is pretty cool. And then the air filter is over there. So anyway, that's about it. hit me up in the comments, give me a like, thumbs up, and please subscribe if you haven't subscribed. And check out some of my other videos. I got some bike videos. I haven't ridden my bike in a while because I've been in the middle of building stuff, but that's about it. I will see you on the next one.